Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Pipe Dummies. We've been a little iffy on our starts here lately with Ben moving and then our regular schedules, but here we are Tuesday on time, well, 5 minutes on time, close enough, with our Cornell and Diehl Old Joe Krantz, just as we said. So we're both packed and we'll light up here in a second, go ahead and start chatting. I have the Q&A working this time, so if anybody comes in here, I can actually now answer questions live without going back to the site. So we're getting this thing together.
Yeah, so we'll packing this up myself.
Yeah, I got mine packed. I got to light it up.
Now, have you had this before?
Yeah, I got to look back here. I believe I actually reviewed it a few weeks back.
This is actually the first time I've ever had it. And I know it's one of Cornell Diehl's, like one of their biggest sellers. So, but like I said, one of our previous episodes, for some reason, Cornell Diehl's one that I just haven't smoked that much of. It's not really been anything, no real reason. It's just I haven't really come across it much. But like on the Mississippi Gulf Coast where I was from, there are no pipe shops. So I don't really have that much access. I order most of my stuff from smokypipes.com or, pipesandcigars.com. And for some reason, I've only a couple of Cornell Diehl's that I've really smoked before now. So I'm kind of glad we're doing these kind of in order. It's some C&Ds. Basically, C&D month is what we're doing. So.
Yeah, I actually went and looked. This is my first time to smoke this one. I've gone through quite a few Cornell and Diehl's, but this is not one I've previously smoked. So we'll do in a first shot. So what were you saying to me? You can't find your normal headphones or something?
Yeah, I actually. That's why we're late. It's my fault. I have a pair of Harman Kardon headphones. They're really good quality headphones. They sound amazing. But my son used them the other day, and he doesn't remember where he put them at. So I couldn't find them. So basically, I'm borrowing his little wireless Bluetooth headphones that I bought him to play video games on the iPad. So they sound terrible. So I hope they last long enough because they're wireless, so that they got a battery. So I hope they last long enough.
Yeah, at first it didn't seem too bad, but as we've gotten going here, I kind of noticed little glitches in them here and there, but we'll see how it goes. At least we're here this time.
Yeah. Like I just said, we're right now where we're going. We're smoking Old Joe Krantz, and according to TobaccoReviews.com, they say that it's a ribbon and coarse cut burleys, Perique, and red Virginias. Shades of brown with characteristic bustiness of Perique. I'm not really sure what that means. But it says, notes from Bob, the blend was named in honor of my grandfather, who was also my pipe smoking mentor and role model. He primarily smoked burleys, which is common in that area and back in the day, like Union Jack and Edgeworth Slice. I cannot think of a time when I didn't see him without one of his beat-up pipes and the aroma of pipe smoking around him. In any case, I was reading the reviews of Haunted Bookshop and Nora Muscat, and indicated that he liked more red Virginias as a blend. Norm is someone whose opinion I respect. I was still looking for a simple, hearty, burly blend that could hold my interest all day. So that's where this came from.
The flavors, once I light it, are not what I was getting when I was smelling it. They're like two complete profiles from what I was expecting to taste.
Smell the baggie now.
Might just be me, but I know just from smelling my jar, it didn't smell. Could just be me, but yeah, no, they're different to me. almost giving me a kind of a waxy coating in the mouth.
Yeah. It's definitely
Lots of smoke though.
I'm definitely getting a whole lot of. It's definitely heavy burn.
Yeah, I think that's what that finish is that I'm getting, that burly.
It's real nutty. It's real nutty. I mean, that's what it said in the description too. But it is really musty too for me. I don't know about you, but
I can see the nuttiness, but it's not a light cashew nuttiness. It's a lot heavier, at least on my end.
Yeah, it is for me too. I could definitely taste that spiciness of the Perique. At first, I didn't get it at all, but now it's spreading down pretty good. I can definitely taste that Perique now.
Yeah, it's got a very definite finish. I mean, it hangs with a little coating and that deep nuttiness. A little bit of a Perique on the after finish for me, but it's not very heavy. It's mostly, I guess, what you probably say is that burly. Definitely different.
I'm not, with Red Virginias in there. Virginias, you got to kind of smoke them slowly, otherwise they'll bite you. But I just realized I was kind of puffing a little fast just now, just trying to get the flavors. It didn't bite me at all, actually.
Yeah, I haven't gone too fast on it, but so far, I mean, my bowl's not even getting hot, which does happen. I actually got a question. I don't know who it is, but he at least he was far enough back to have caught my possible naming option for my father a long time ago. So he's watched an old show, obviously. I'm not going to mention if you don't remember it, what it is, because Logan calls me it plenty of times already. But the first thing he asked was,
Moonbeam?
Down here, so I'm guessing. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, buddy. I was going to try and let that one die, but it just may never happen.
It'll never die.
He was asking down here in Corpus if I'm purchasing any of my pipe tobaccos locally. And actually, I haven't had to buy any locally. There's only one local I know of, which is my Pipe World on Saratoga, which is actually only about 2-3 minutes from my house. But Logan has hooked me up with so much pipe tobacco that I'm not needing to go buy any just yet. But that is, I think, my only option here in town. I can get cigars at spec, but pipe tobacco, I think I only can go there. That's the only one I know of, at least.
Wait, you can only get cigars at Specs?
I can get cigars at Specs and Tobacco World, my two locations. I think I said Pipe World, that's Logan's spot. My head's somewhere else. So we got Tobacco World on Saratoga and Specs, both have cigars. Big walk-in humidors.
Oh, wow.
Tobacco World is the only place I can get pipe tobacco. There have been other stores, but they've all closed. They're all gone now. So the only places you can get actual premium walk-in humidor cigars.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's all I got local. I mean, there's some Rockport. They've got Port Aransas has some small ones, but nobody has anything very large. Those are the best ones anywhere close to here, which is really limits selection, which is why, honestly, Cigar Fed store is my huge go-to. It's just whatever I need there, and it just ships me. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So that's the only recommendation I can give you down here too, because as far as I know, your only option in Corpus Christi is Tobacco World. And he asked if C&D is the main distributor for the show. Well, we don't have any distributor for the show. We buy our own pipe tobaccos. Logan, the MF CEO of Cigar Fed there, has bought a bunch and distributed samples for us, and that's where I believe almost all this C&D came from for both of us, right?
Yeah, he sent us. He sent us these little baggies of about 1 to 2 ounces each for the show for each one. I think we got about six C&Ds. I think
we had quite a few. I think we have like 5 more left. Top of what we've already done. It's just so many C&Ds that we got.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have there's no distributor. This is all bought by one of the 3 of us. Well, Logan not here, but we buy our own. Except for Diehl did give us some for that review. So we do whatever we've got, really. If we buy something, decide we want to review it, we'll send out some samples. So that's fine. And asked if we had plans to check out any Seattle Pipe Club blends. I know we did. Yeah, we did the potlatch, which I would buy multiple tins of that tobacco.
Yeah, me too. I would buy a 55-gallon drum full of it.
Oh yeah, I'd buy 1 5-gallon drum to smoke through and 1 to age, because that's some good stuff, and I don't want it to go away whenever this FDA, if they get their way, would knock that out of the park.
Yeah. Well, that was a discussion on one of my Facebook groups tonight. Was an email came out from Pipe of Cigars from Russ talking about his monthly blends, and saying, because of the FDA, basically he's going to quit doing monthly blends. And his monthly blends at Pipe of Cigars they're really popular. He runs the gamut of doing English, Orientals, straight Virginias, Burleys, a lot of aromatics, but it's always different. But they're always really high quality and really good. So they're having a huge selling right now. Like some of the blends are half off right now, because basically they're just trying to get what they can out of it for their basic band. And people are freaking out, going like, should we start buying massive amounts of tobacco to hoard this stuff? That was a big discussion right before the show that was going on in one of my pipe groups on Facebook.
Yeah, the only thing from the few discussions I've had that's not as big a deal with pipe tobacco, they don't tend to put out as many new blends a year as cigars. I mean, the number of cigars we're going to lose is a lot bigger than the number of pipe tobaccos. The only good thing there is a lot of the best and most popular pipe tobaccos have been around long enough that they won't be hit by it. But that one would be.
Yeah, there's a lot of pipe tobaccos that, especially past several years, have been coming out, because it's not as bad as cigars. Like cigar manufacturers, they have to come out with 1 to 2 new lines. It seems like a quarter. It's ridiculous. Pipe tobacco, I mean, you have your seasonals. Every year you have your Christmas blends. You'll have, summertime blends. Like Peterson comes out with a holiday blend. Christmas blend, like the one right behind you. You got summer blends, springtime. You got fall blends. You got all these different seasonals. They change every year. Like one of the biggest, most popular ones is McClellan's Christmas Cheer. It's a yearly release. That's going to be gone. I mean, a lot of this stuff's going to be gone. All innovation, basically, for pipe tobacco and cigars will pretty much cease to exist. So, I mean, if you like, and here's the thing too, you have all these companies, like one of my favorites, Balk and Sobrani. I think it got redone in 2009 or 10 or something like that, the one we have now. So it'll be gone. It'll be disappeared because it's not the same blend that came out way back in the day. So all these reblends for favorite tobaccos, they won't be around because they've been reblended since 2007, because 2007 is a cutoff. So like these Diehl, the Diehl re-releases, gone. Elizabethan mixture, Baby's Bottom, all that stuff that they just re-released, gone.
Yeah, it's going to be a sad day. And not to run it off too much on cigars since we're on the pipe side, but I'm really going to miss the fact that more than likely I'm kind of seeing an end to Lanceros because they're not going to pay the money to blend something that's so smoker specific.
Yeah.
It's just sad because Lanceros are just, and Coronas, those are the two best Vitolas in my normal experience. And this guy lives, let's see, I drive by his neighborhood 2-3 times a day, just go to work and back. It's a DASR 1985. So yeah, I live over close to Staples and Yorktown, so I'm not far from you at all. But he was asking, because he knows about specs and tobacco world, just seeing if there's anywhere else to go, and I don't think there is. I've looked around a few times. There used to be other places, and they've all slowly shut down. There used to be a really good cigar bar in Rockport called Mermaid. I mean, whoever designed that place, it was designed for smokers. The entire inside of the restaurant was cedar lined with massive air circulators up top and air purifiers. It had a walk-in humidor inside the restaurant. It was made to go in and smoke. And their flagship brand was AKA Cigars, which is where I started smoking AKA because that's what they had as their main fronting was AKA. Well, they did pretty good, and all of a sudden they said, you know what, let's cater more to our non-smokers. So we're going to push all the smokers to this special little room in the back or outside. And I said, well, that kind of kills it because now you're going to stick me. I can smoke outside anywhere. I don't have that rule.
Yeah.
And it was probably 2-3 months later, I think they shut down.
Wow.
The minute they changed their smoking room, pushed everybody out. I think everybody who liked it for a nice cigar pipe lounge with good food and wine and a nice bar just went elsewhere. Said, all right, this is not going to work for us. So.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, it is. But the minute they did it, it happened. So to answer that question, I can't think of anywhere else but those two places locally. There's some small place on the island in Port Aransas, but they don't have a lot. I mean, Tobacco World and Specs have honestly really good selections. And my main, like I said, not to pour it out or anything, but is the Sig Fed store. Because pretty much everything I want or need, I can get there, and it just ships to me easy as can be. I mean, I'll go support Jose and Scott over at Tobacco World all the time because they're good guys, but that's about the only option. As sad as it is, with Ben over there, can't decide which shop he should go to.
Yeah, here it's within 3 miles, I've got 6 shops. 2 of them I go to all the time. Serious Cigar just opened one up right by NASA, and that shop is phenomenal. I mean, what's crazy is the actual filtration system, man. Like, I'll go in there and I'll smoke. Like, I've been watching the Euro UEFA matches there, and so I'm in there for let's see, right now they're in the quarterfinals, so it's 2 matches a day, and I'll be there watching both matches, and I'll leave, and you can't even smell the smoke on my clothes at all. You don't smell anything. So the filtration is crazy good. It's never smoked in there. They have an amazing selection, and the prices are really good. But I know a lot of people have gone to SeriousCigars.com, probably ordered stuff. They've seen that they got really good prices. And then there's another one that's probably a mile and a half from my house called Smoke Ring, and that's in Webster. And they got a really good selection as well. I mean, it's super nice. They got they have a lot of boutiques, but they have a lot of the better boutiques. Like right now, there's a glut of boutiques out there. Some very good, some are total shit bombs, but they do a good job of culling out the good ones, and that's what they've been bringing in. And so they got a real good selection too. They do their own coffee. There's a local roaster here that does a blend just for them, and like the owner, his name is Larry. It's called Larry's Blend, and that coffee is freaking amazing. It's better than anything you'll get at a coffee shop here, and it's for free there. So I mean, it's got a nice seating area and all that too. It's really good shops. And then of course, I'm I don't know 8, 10 miles. I don't know how far away I am from Stogie's, which is one of the biggest, baddest, awesomest cigar shops in the entire United States. And I haven't even been yet. So that's right up the road too. I'm pretty lucky here. The only thing is pipe tobacco, because I haven't found a pipe shop. Smoke Ring has some tobacco there. They have just a little bit. They got some C&D stuff there. Sirius has no pipe tobacco. I don't know if Stokey's does or not. I don't think they do. But there is a place in downtown Houston called the Briar Shop. That seems they're like one of the oldest tobacco stores in all of Houston. And some of my buddies that I've met here, they told me that they got an amazing pipe selection of pipe tobaccos. It's really awesome. Like that is the pipe store for Houston. So, but I just haven't been by it yet, but I'm going to, because I would think it'd be easy for me to get some of this newer stuff that's came out. Like C&D's doing a lot of that small batch stuff now. And on Pipe and Cigar, it sells out in a day. I mean, as soon as it hits, boom, it's gone. So I want to go there because they just posted a picture. They got a big shelf of all the small batch. I'm like, damn, I need to go by there and check that out. I don't know what the prices are, but I don't think it'd be too extravagant.
Yeah, you're in a smoker's paradise in Houston. You got a lot of options. I mean, even I've ordered from Serious Cigars before, especially before the Sixth store had a lot of the stuff that I ordered. And before the store was set up, full of that. I couldn't get it here. I went to Serious Cigars online and had them ship it to me, nice and easy. I got a good selection. And let's see here. We got another question from I guess it's that DASR Dasher. Not sure if it's just abbreviations or has a spelling, but Spirit of Pipe Dummy is going to ask some legitimate questions. So we got, does pipe tobacco have the same following as cigars?
No.
Yeah, I think we kind of know the answer to that one.
Yeah, it's a much smaller community, but it's a much more tight knit community, and I would say it's a much older community. Like there's a lot. I tell you what, if you go to a pipe club, or if you go to like one of the pipe forums on Facebook, or go to one of the forums online or whatever, there's a ton of people on there and a lot of older gentlemen on there. You almost never see women. It's kind of rare, but there is a big influx of younger people our age that are, which you're much younger than I am, but there's a lot of new pipe smokers that are coming into it as well, but it's still nowhere near as big as cigars. And probably because it's a little bit intimidating. At least it was for me. Because you can't, like a cigar, you pick it up, you pick out what you want, you clip the cap, toast the foot, light it, boom, you're going. Well, it's a lot more involved with the pipe, obviously. You got to learn how to pack it right. You got to learn how to, you got to learn how to light it right. You got to learn when to tamp, how to tamp. It goes out a lot, so it's kind of frustrating, but it's part of pipe smoking. So you can be discouraging at first. It's a lot better if you have somebody, what they call a fog, which is an old guy, that'll help you learn the ropes or whatever. But it's it's much smaller. The following's not there, but it's when you find pipe people, they are rabid about it. I mean, it's the one and only thing for them usually.
Yeah, and pipes are starting to make a comeback. I noticed it's starting to become a thing for people to pick up, and it can be a little tough. I think if you've smoked, usually if you're going to start a pipe, you've probably smoked something before. This is a good chance that a pipe wasn't your first thing.
Right.
And I've never smoked cigarettes, so I can't equate how it is that I can't. Cigarette smoke just destroys me. I can't stand to be around it. But cigar smoke, it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But if you try and switch, I would imagine from either one, I know from cigars to pipes, it's very different. Not only the process of packing, lighting, and keeping a pipe lit, but the flavor profile and how you smoke it is completely different from that of a cigar.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to, like on a cigar, yeah, if you puff it too much, it'll burn hot, it'll be a little bit bitter. But if you do that with a pipe, it'll scorch your tongue, smoke, but also it'll heat up the bowl. You can ruin a pipe if you don't light it right. You don't want to burn the rim. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated, which can intimidate some people. Like, oh, screw it, I don't want to deal with it. Which is why, like a corncob pipe, which are like $5 most of the time. You can start off with those, and if you mess it up when learning, who cares? Toss it, go get another one. That is a good thing about it. But also, it's a little bit more bigger in investment, like a pipe. Okay, like this is my it's called the bark. It's a cork bark or something. I can't remember, but it's a Tom Spanu pipe, and like this pipe. I bought it at a state pipe, so I didn't pay as much as it's supposed to, but I think it retails really like $300 some. So originally, pipes can be a little expensive. Like people think, oh my God, they're so expensive. I don't know if I can do that. But I can pass this down to my son. I mean, if I take care of it, it'll last generations. That's why you can still go on eBay and buy state pipes from the 30s, 40s, 50s, even further back than that. It's still there. But it's just that initial investment. And of course, like I said, you can start with corn cobs. Then as you get more used to it, like I don't have a Diehl, but I really want Diehl pretty bad. The reason I haven't bought one is because I want to know that I'm smoking correctly the right way. And I'm not going to mess the pipe up because I don't want to mess up a Diehl because that's like creme de la creme of pipes.
Right.
Especially if you get one of the older ones from the 40s and 50s and 60s. But it's just. But the thing is, like, once you get a good pipe, because you want to have different. You don't have a pipe for your English if you want to smoke English, or a separate pipe for Virginias because you can ghost the pipe. What that is you'll have flavors from those tobaccos will seep into the side because a briar is porous. So that flavor, like especially like a lot of Kia, that smokiness will get into the side of the pipe. You kind of can never get rid of that unless you can, but it's a lot of work. But like if you smoke English, then you put Virginia in there. When you smoke the Virginia, you're going to still taste a little bit of that lot of Kia. You're not going to taste the real flavor of that Virginia. Aromatics is the same way. So you want to have a separate pipe for English, Virginia, and aromatic. If you smoke cherry aromatic in a pipe, that cherry is going to be, it'll be around for a while.
Yeah.
So you kind of have, there's a little bit of investment, but after that, it's really cheap. It's so cheap after that.
One of these tins of tobacco, 1.75 ounces, it varies, but say $13. Like these shoegaze, these seasons, and these God series, they're $13 from at least from the Sig Festival. But I'm gonna be able to smoke those. It's gonna last me a long time.
Yeah,
not just one smoke. I mean, I'm gonna be smoking those for a long time to come.
Yeah, and like most people don't smoke pipes like I don't smoke my pipe as much as my cigars. Like I'll smoke 3 or 4 cigars a day, but like a pipe, I'll smoke it once or maybe twice a day. Because when you have a pipe and we're smoking out of these pipes now, we won't immediately refill it for smoking because you got to let it cool off because you don't want to get too hot because you'll burn the wood. You don't, with briar, it's just wood. But you want to let it smolder and then cool off before you relight it again. So you got to give it time. So, which means you're going to be packing a bowl, and you probably out of a 2-ounce tin. How many bowls do you think you get out of a 2-ounce tin? Probably 15 to 20, at least.
At least, because I get these little samples. Some of these jars back here just barely have any in them, and I can get 4 bowls out of it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So, like, imagine how many decent cigars you can buy a 20-pack of cigars, a 20-count box for like $10. You're not gonna. It's not gonna taste like crap.
I say if you get a 20 count for $10, you might as well just put it in the fire because you're probably not going to be able to smoke them. At least I don't think I could.
Yeah,
like 50 cent cigars not happening.
It's like those glass top Cubans people buy when they go on vacation in Mexico on the beach. Trash. But yeah, that's the good thing about pipe smoking. And the thing is too, like you don't have you have special edition blends, but they don't cost a whole lot more. You know, like you have a 2-ounce tin or 1.75 tin, which is normal tin size. I mean, it's going to range anywhere from $8 to $15 at the most. So even the special limited editions don't cost really much more than a regular tin does. So it's not like like you have like Davidoff makes pipe tobacco, right? But their tins aren't much more than anybody else's tins. But on cigars, you're looking at $25 to $30 a cigar, you know. But
yeah, I got a huge difference there. Yeah, pipes have a little more upfront investment. It doesn't have to be that much either. I mean, you can get a decent pipe for $30, $40 that'll work just fine while you're trying to get into it. But a couple pipes and a couple tins of tobacco, and you've got months of smoking.
Maybe even a year.
Yeah.
Which segues great to his next question about, it says, do you guys have any experience with boutique-style pipe makers that have popped up in the past year? Yeah, actually, and I'm a big proponent of them because I like the craftsmanship that goes in a lot of the pipes and stuff. You know, like most of the Petersons, they're machine made. Some of them are hand finished, but they're machine made. But like this one, it's handmade. That's a handmade pipe. And a lot of these smaller boutique ones that I especially like buying from the smaller, American makers, and like Mark Tinsky, Tim West, and like there's 2 like Dagner pipes. That's one that I fell in love with. They make a really good quality pipe, and Moonshine's another one that I think they make a really good high quality pipe for not very much money. One that you've seen me smoke a lot on the show is a little Dagner. It's called it's a P5. It's a little bitty stubby Dublin. Not a Dublin. It's a billiard. But it smokes so damn good. And it looks great. It's got like a copper band on it. It's beautiful. And I use it to smoke my English blends in, and it smokes like a champ. And I think I paid $90 for it. You know, and it's a handmade pipe. You know, and you're supporting a local, not local, but just look at a, U.S. guy that's, they're making pipes, in their workshop in the backyard or whatever. Right? And I like that.
Yeah, I've looked at his site after you talked about them because you've got that one, and it's got some nice looking stuff. I mean, like I said, you go in there, there's not 50 of these pipes for sale. There's one, and if you don't get the one, you got to wait till he comes back around to it.
Yeah.
So you're getting a pipe for yourself. You'll be the only one with that exact one. I mean, outside that, they make a few batches of some of them, but it's not just a production line of these things popping out. This guy's making these pipes.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it's like, for instance, like when I bought that Dagner pipe, I bought the brandy model. And that was actually, I bought it just before Thanksgiving. No, I take it back. I bought it, it was a Black Friday sale just after Thanksgiving. They usually were like about $130. I got it for $90. It was on sale. And when I bought it, I actually put my shipping information down as my home in Mississippi, but I ordered it here in Houston. So yeah, that was my son hit the table. But anyway, and I put my phone number as my home phone number back home. Coming to find out, he actually oversold that braiding. Like he had, like, I think he had said he had 20 pipes or 30. So it wasn't a very big number that he sold out of them. But he had the inventory off by one, and I was the last order that came in. So when I ordered it, it said it was available, but it really wasn't. So, but he called my home phone and left the message on my machine, but I didn't get it until I got back home from spending Thanksgiving here in Houston. And I got there, I got an email from him too, but it got caught in my spam folder, so I didn't see it until I got home either. When I got there, I'm like, oh crap, he still left me a message. Hey man, I'm so sorry. No, I actually oversold that one. Give me a call back and let me know what you want me to do. I can refund it to you, or you can pick another style or whatever. So I called him back and I dialed the phone number, and it's his home phone number. It's straight to his house. He picks it. Oh man, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I said, no, man, I'm sorry. I put the home phone number down. I was in Houston for a week, so I didn't know you was trying to get a hold of me. He said, man, I was just about to issue a refund because I didn't know what to do. And I basically told him, I said, man, look, I'm easy, dude. If you're making some more of those, I can wait. I don't have to have it. It was just for me personally and stuff. And then he was like, well, he said, I'm not going to make another batch of those for quite a while. He said, but I can give you a refund, or if you want a beard, I got a beard left, and it's a gorgeous one. And I pulled it out of the batch, the best one I got, just for you, in case that's what you wanted. I said, dude, I'll take it. I'm easy to do whatever you think is good. I'm there. So he sent me that pipe, but then because of all that kind of going on in between, he threw in a bunch of goodies and stuff, like different, like some swag and some stickers, koozies, a lighter holder that's attached to like one of those the badge holders. You got the elastic band on it,
Yep.
Which is real convenient because I put it on my bag and I always have that lighter right there for me for my pipes. And just a bunch of cool stuff. They're really cool guys. I talked to them a couple times. And the same with the moonshine pipes, the same exact way with them. Ordered one of their, they don't even have the line anymore. I don't even see it on the website anymore. But was the Devil Andesite pipe. And it smokes great too. It smokes really good. But yeah, I like supporting the smaller guys, especially if their pipes are good. And in some of the Facebook groups, you can actually go on there and you'll see a lot of the pipe makers that are on there. And they'll be making pipes and stuff, and they'll put them up on the Facebook group, but they won't be for sale anywhere else. And you can get them for great prices on there for these up and coming guys. There's one that I've been trying to get a hold of. A guy named Darren Shepard, who he makes pipes on there. He makes one called the Zulu that looks freaking awesome. And I've never really approached him about making me one because he does custom things. You can tell him whatever you want. Because he makes the Zulu style, but he can make it with whatever color you want or whatever kind of fit, if you want it smooth or rusticated or whatever. And he has a custom little band, ornamental band that's on there. It could be out of anything you want, whatever. But I just been kind of watching what he's been putting up. He's been putting up some amazing stuff too. But I'm waiting on the Zulu to come back up because they look gorgeous. But I like supporting the boutique guys a lot.
Yeah, I need to go dig into some more of that because I got this pipe rack, as we talked about last time, that Shooter made us over here, and I've just got that Drew Estates 2-gauge sitting up there, and this simple pipe here. I need to stock it up. I know Logan got 2 of these racks, and they're pretty much full, and another rack started. So he's really dove into the pipe side of it. I've just I've started, but I haven't really found any pipes to go snag. I am sure by IPCPR this year, I'll pick up a few pipes.
Yeah.
It'd be very rare if I didn't grab a couple while I was there, somewhere or the other. So I'll be looking at, whichever ones I can get up there to definitely expand the selection a little bit. And if you're probably about where I am, I'm at least halfway through this bowl. So I figure
I'm halfway.
This real quick and kind of see how I'm gonna let you go first. See how we're feeling about this Old Joe Krantz here.
It's not changed at all for me. I get a little bit of that Perique spice. It's getting a lot stronger, actually. You hear me kind of cough a little bit because I'm getting a little thing on the back of my throat from that Perique.
I'm glad it's not just me because I'm getting the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of like it's funny, like it's for Perique's only from St. James Parish in Louisiana. Cajun food, hot, spicy. Perique, hot, spicy. I mean, it kind of gives you that cayenne pepper kind of hit, But also it can impart some raisiny, fig, date kind of flavors too. I'm not getting none of that on this at all. I'm getting nuttiness, muskiness, and a Perique spice. That's pretty much all I'm getting.
I'll agree with you there. I get the nuttiness, and I'll go with the musky because it's kind of, I'm getting that same coating in my mouth. It's real thick. I mean, it's there. It's not like it fades. The finish of things last, and I can feel it on the roof of my mouth and the top of my tongue.
Yeah.
And it's really, yeah, same thing. I keep muting my mic because it's tickling my throat pretty good. And it's the only one I can think of that's done this to me.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I don't know. But it's super popular, I know, on tobacco reviews. Let me go back and look at it here. It has.
I can't say bad, but I can't say it's ranking too high with me. It's just a little. It's not giving me what I want.
Yeah, it's got 137 reviews, 3.3 out of 4 on the rating, with 26 favorites, like it's people's favorite blend. It's pretty much. Let's see. Is it the? Let's see if it's the big dog. I know one thing too. I don't know about you, but it is freaking kicking my ass on the nicotine level, big time. Let's see.
I can't feel it yet, but I could feel that it could just based on the way it's smoking. And if it's kicking your ass, then that's pretty strong. You smoke more than I do.
Yeah, it's pretty stout. I can't keep coughing. Yeah, it seems to be the big dog for C&D. I mean, there's some Pirate Cake is another big one that's on here.
Pirate Cake is good. I like Pirate Cake.
Yeah, I love Pirate Cake. Autumn Evening has got 184 reviews, 3 out of 4, 21 favorites. It's pretty close to that Pirate Cake. What was the other one I just saw? Epiphany. That's another highly rated one. Haunted Bookshop. It has the most reviews, but it's not as highly rated. That's not the one I saw. What was the other? There's one down below. Pirate Cake. What was the other one? They got so many blends. It takes you an hour to go through. Yeah, so basically Haunted Bookshop's a big one, but this seems to be this one, and Autumn Eating and Pirate Cake are the 3 biggest rated tobaccos from C&D on tobacco reviews. But
yeah, I'll have to go with Pirate Cake and Haunted Bookshop. I can kind of agree with those. Those are pretty good for ones I've had. But this one, and I see a couple of reviews that said, watch out, this one's got a wallop to it, and a lot of very strong strength ratings, and I'd agree with that. It's definitely on the strong side for me.
Yeah, I feel the buzz, put it that way.
Yeah, the burley is strong in this one too. I mean, it's burley based, so no surprise, but it's definitely there.
I can't find my pipe lighters either right now.
Oh, moving. It's fun, isn't it?
I know. It's terrible. There. Hard to see me better now.
So I guess we'll move our number one fan here, at least for tonight, which is, like you say, your number one fan tonight. That's definitely true. But I will put a lot of it to the fact that we kind of got a rocky, 3 months we had there with you moving and taking over for Logan kind of fading out, us trying to get everything back together, just kind of put us off. And then last week we switched days with sharing our pairings, which then, even though we planned it, still put us off, and we weren't able to get anything lined up like we were supposed to. So hoping hoping. See if we can get 4 or 5 of these in a row here, and we'll be back on track once we get it solidified again.
Yeah.
But as for guests, I know we need to get some. You probably have a couple more connections than me. I don't know if you have a better answer for if we'll have any, like he says, OMS pipes or Rick Black pipes smoking down here. Any people on the show here?
Yeah, I'd love to have the Dagners on one day. That'd be awesome. OMS pipes. I've been Rick Black pipes. I don't know that one at all. I don't know him. I'll have to check that one out. OMS pipes. I just started following him, and I've seen some stuff on Facebook. That's some good-looking pipes he's making. Really top-notch stuff. And I want to check out. What?
At IPCPR this year, I'm sure that me and Logan will make some connections, and we'll try and line some guests up. So that would be starting in August at the earliest. The show's the last week of July this year. So we'll talk to people, and we're going to line some stuff up. I'm sure we'll get some people at least started to be guests then. They'll all be there and ready to do it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be at IPCPR myself with Stoker Review. We'll be doing interviews for the cigar stuff. So if when y'all go around to some of the pipes, let me know, and I can break away. Brian can do some solos, and I'll come around with y'all with the pipe stuff too. Well, yeah, we'll see if we can get some more guests to come on the show.
Yeah, we need to get some. We started off with them, and then the show got a little revamped with how we did it. Then I came in, and Logan kind of went out. So it's hard to schedule guests when there's a chance you may not get the show going. So we had to kind of lay off on that. But I think we're set now. As long as my kid and everything lines up, lets me come out here and smoke.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We might not be able to do it live because of some scheduling issues with some of the pipe makers or whatnot, or tobacco makers even, some blenders. But we'll do the best we can on that because it's definitely something we need to get back to doing.
So yeah, the plan is we'll have to get some lined up back to the next. Probably take a month to get it all lined up. Just my guess, unless we run across somebody who's ready to jump in and expand the knowledge of all the pipes out there, get people more into their blends here, which I think too, this FDA thing might bring a few more people into pipes if they just can't get the cigars they want, and find that the pipes become, for whatever reason, a little easier for them to handle. Maybe.
Yeah, because you can easily buy a pound of pipe tobacco for like $30-$35 on some, or even 25 to $30 or whatever. And it can last you forever, especially if you sell it. And it's so easy to sell pipe tobacco. You just jar it up and sit it somewhere, a cool place, and it'll last forever. It's very low maintenance, especially if you live in the Southeast where it's so humid all the time. It's real easy to sell it, really easy. So, people that are going to be moving out of cigars, because, the way it's looking now, most of the stuff you're going to be available to smoke, if it goes the way it's supposed to now, you'll be smoking a lot of Altadis and General stuff, which, like I said, I smoke a lot of, General stuff too. It's like I got a soft spot for Punch and Excalibur, because that's what I smoked from the very beginning. And I still really enjoy them now. I still love them. But, you'll lose a lot of your boutiques and stuff, and you won't see a whole lot of new innovation. And it's going to be the same on pipe tobacco. It's going to cost tens of thousands of dollars for the FDA to review your tobacco and or your blend or whatever for your pipe or your tobacco. And most people can't afford that. I know one of the guys that does pipe tobacco reviews and all that on YouTube that I love watching a lot. He's based out of, I think it's Raleigh, North Carolina, Raleigh or Charlotte. It's somewhere in North Carolina. His name is Public Piper. Does a really, really good reviews on YouTube. And he actually went to C&D and did a tour of the factory, and it's a small little place, man. It's like somebody's house. It's small, right? And a place like that, they just don't have the financing to be able to do something like that, And what really sucks is one of my all-time favorite pipe tobacco blenders, GLPs, he he uses the tobacco from C&D to make his blends. So it's gonna affect him as well. Which I would like to get his 2 cents on this as well, because for one, he's an amazing writer because he writes articles for Pipes magazine, and they are very, very good articles. I mean, he writes so well. So I'd like to know what he thinks on this issue, which we might have already spoke on, and I haven't seen what he put out yet. But
Right, we've heard a lot from the cigar guys, and Cigar Chat doing Glenn Loop and CRA. We get to hear a lot of sides, but I haven't heard anything from the pipe guys myself.
Yeah, I haven't really heard anything either besides what came out today. And what's funny is a lot of the people that got that email or notification from Pipe Cigars about Russ's monthly blends, the FDA, they're like, oh my God, is this affecting us too? It's like, come on, guys. Really? Yeah, it affects you too. Of course it does. It's like all tobacco.
Yeah, tobacco, not cigars, tobacco.
Yeah, so it's like, what's amazing to me is too, it blew my mind. They put out in, it went to petitions.org and made a petition to go to the White House. You have to have 100,000, signatures on it to get it to go to the White House to be reviewed and all that. And did the cigar one even hit 10,000 signatures on it? I don't think it did.
It didn't hit that many. And I know Glenn Luffy was saying they just did it basically to have it out there. Didn't expect it to make it either, which blows my mind. They couldn't get that many people to sign it.
I know, you have a Facebook group, Cigar Cartel, that has over 20,000 members. That's just one cigar group on Facebook. And that's 20,000 people. They didn't even get that many signatures for the whole thing, for all the cigar smokers. There wasn't one for pipes that I know of. The e-cig one got 100,000 like that. I mean, what? Come on. And it's like people are like, oh, it ain't really going to happen. Why do you think it's not going to happen? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. But,
and while we're sitting here on the FDA, we got another question from our number one viewer here based on the FDA. And I'm not sure I have an exact answer. You might be a little more in depth on it, but in a world where the FDA rules, where does your home grower fit into this, in your opinion? That he's a home grower himself in terms of his own cigar processing and soon pipe tobacco. Just curious of the thought.
A home grower. I'll probably be non-existent. I mean, because to get it to be sold, if you do it yourself, I don't know, man, because that's a regulated thing, tobacco. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about how, obviously if it's too regulated, if you don't have all of your own supply, if you got your own, then you're growing it, there's not too much they could do unless they came down to you, but you'd have to have your own supply of everything.
Yeah.
And I've heard nothing about how that affects it.
I don't know anybody that does their own pipe tobacco. You can go and buy a bag of Latakia, a bag of Burley, a bag of Red Virginia, a bag of Yellow Virginia, a bag of Kentucky, or whatever. And you can blend your own, but you still have to buy that from, Orango or somebody, C&D, something like that, to get to. But I don't know what they'll do with that. I guess that would still be around because it's just pure Latakia. It's been around for hundreds of years, so I guess that would fall into that.
Me and Logan were actually having a similar conversation to this weekend. I was up there at his house doing some stuff, and he clarified not for selling, just in terms of the ability to do it yourself overall. But we were talking like, just say Perique, Latakia, Virginia, Early, all these tobaccos, they as themselves have been around for, as you said, hundreds of years at least.
Yeah.
So if I'm right in the terms of that, they can't really regulate the single leaf because that's not a blend. That if you sold, we're talking about, you could actually sell kits. Like the cigar manufacturer can't make a new blend. What he can do is sell you 3 tins of tobacco and tell you this ratio of each tobacco to make this blend. Then you're buying the tobacco and you're making the blend. He's not selling you something that's regulated. He's selling you straight tobacco.
Yeah. I think that would be
that. I think that will stay around. And of course, if you're growing your own tobacco and doing it all yourself, I mean, that once you've got it, you're good as long as you can keep growing it and getting your own supply.
Right.
But I hadn't thought about that when me and Logan was talking about that, because cigars, you can. Some people get their own tobacco leaf and roll their own, but it's easier to get, say, I would imagine, a pipe manufacturer to give you, or not give, obviously sell you a tin of, ready, cured and ready to go tobacco cut, however you wanted it, and then you blend it.
Well, on that note, we're running up on the hour. You want to do our final thoughts on this blend? Because I'm done with mine.
Yeah, I think I keep having to read light, but I'm getting down to the bottom, and I think it is just about out, which I have to be honest. I think my opinion's kind of already been coming out as we've been doing this.
Yeah, me too.
It didn't really do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's to me, it was just nutty, musty, a little bit of spice. Heavy on the nicotine. Man, I'm swooning, to be honest. And I've never had a pipe tobacco do this to me, ever.
I'm feeling it. Now that I'm towards the bottom and I've been sitting here,
yeah,
I have that feeling like I've had a lot of nicotine.
Yeah.
And that I can just feel it in my mouth. It's not going away.
Yeah, I'm outside right now, and it's hot and humid in Houston right now, but, man, I'm sweating like crazy right now. I'm a little bit scared to get up right now, put it that way.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'll feel it when I stand up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sit here for a little while and just chill out. But for me, it's okay. I mean, honestly, I don't know. My score, I'll probably give it a 2 out of 5. It's not nothing I really care about. I mean, I'll smoke it again if I need to, but I won't buy it myself. I don't really care for it, to be honest, but it's not a bad blend. It's just not for me.
Right.
So the flavor to me is just not that great for me. There's millions of other things I'd rather smoke over this. And this nicotine kick, holy shit. And I had a big dinner. Man, I'm feeling it pretty good right now.
Yeah, if you like strong tobaccos, I'd go for this one because this is the strongest one I've had. It's definitely, you'll feel this one. Like if I had another pipe and packed another bowl and smoked another one, I'd probably feeling a little bit green. It's pretty damn strong.
Yeah, I'm a little bit green right now, so I'm trying not to move too much.
I don't think I'll be able to feel my tongue after a second bowl of this.
Yeah, it's something else. It's crazy. And the thing is, I know I've smoked some stuff that's supposed to be more stout than this, and it didn't bother me like this one. Man. This one really knocked my ass in the dirt.
Yeah, I'll put this. I got to do that half scale. I put it 1.5 because the 1 is just never again. I wouldn't touch it. It's not so bad I wouldn't touch it.
No,
me neither. Good enough. Even if you put it on sale, I'm not going to go buy it.
No, me neither.
In that middle, if you gave it to me and said, "Here's some of this to smoke," I'd smoke it. It's not bad. It's just like you said, it's not up my alley. It's not what I would go for.
No, I mean, like I said, there's so much more I'd rather have than this. But I mean, if you're a big Burley fan, you might like this. But
that's true. Burley is your thing. This will give you your full dose of Burley.
Like I think Logan's a big Burley guy, So, which that sounds funny. Which he is a big burly guy, but he likes
Double
burly.
entendre.
Yeah, he likes burly blends, so he might like this. Now, he's a big fan of Briar Fox, even though I think Briar Fox is much better than this. So I don't know. Not for me. I don't even think I'll finish this bag. I might pass this bag on to somebody else. Matter of fact.
And we'll have to ask Logan, since he's a Ligero for breakfast kind of guy, see if he's had this and if it was up his alley or not, since he wasn't able to make the show tonight. But we'll have to ask him. Like we said, this is strong. You like strong? Go for this. It's not bad. It's just white.
Yeah. And that's like with cigars, too. I can smoke strong cigars. Strong cigars don't really bother me. But I'm to the point now where it's like I don't want it to kick me in the teeth either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm tired of that, and maybe that's because I'm getting older. Like, I used to eat super hot foods, too. I used to have 20 to 30 bottles of hot sauces. But now I'm like, I don't want it to be so strong and powerful or hot or whatever that it takes away some of the enjoyment out of it, I mean, that's why I'm more into the medium-bodied cigars and stuff, because I know I can enjoy more than one. Or if I have something super strong, I'm like, I'm done after one. I don't want any more. But I don't want to be like that, So I like having the super strong stuff anymore. This is kind of the same boat. I don't want something that's strong, And I know there's stuff stronger out there, but
I'm with you on the cigars, but not on the food. I want it so hot that it's there. If it hurts, then it's hot. That's good.
Yeah. I'm just too old now, really, for that.
All right. Well, like you said, that's actually right at our hour right there, a couple minutes over. So we've answered all the questions. We smoked our bowls, gave our opinions. Let's see. Next week, I didn't line it up. I know we have some more Cornell and Diehl to do. We could look and break it up since we have done, how many of the last Cornell Diehl's we've done? It's been quite a few.
Yeah.
We might switch it up and get over here and see if something else we want to toss in there instead. Because if we did straight Cornell and Diehl, we'd go another 5 weeks just smoking Cornell and Diehl. But we'll be here next Tuesday. We'll post it up on Cigar Fed. If we do that tonight, I'll post it up tonight, the next schedule for the next show. And we'll be back next Tuesday.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you all next time.
See you later.